Good morning, fellow humans. Today is Sunday, April 13th, 2025. My name is Edward Bevilacqua, and this is Department of Career Services, G.school. And so the big question is, or the statement is, good morning, Miss Trinkle, wherever you are. Where might that be? Who knows? The shadow do. Who knows where Miss Trinkle is? The shadow knows. Okay. Anyway, we will edit that out. Okay, good. So here we are, Sunday, day 7, week 3. Our meme theme for today is to summary and review of week 3 in our neuroscience-oriented approach to success. And today is Choich Day. Today is Palm Sunday. What does that mean? Well, if you're a Christian, it means it's the day that Jesus rode into town on a donkey, and the people put palms out for him to ride on. So, yeah. So Church Day, and that starts at the Lutheran Church at 7:30 service. Good morning, Matt. Matticus von Atticus, Untersergeant Ordinaire. Hi. Does that mean you're high? Or are you trying to say hello or what up? Okay. Anyway, so good morning, Miss Trinkle, wherever you are. Wadabevi, probably at work. But she might show up. Matticus von Atticus is here. Jeff Morgan was here yesterday. That was good. And let's see. Okay, so let's go to our thing. The theme of today is this is the summary and review of week 3. But before that, let's talk about a couple interesting things. Advice from an 8-year-old. Make it a habit to do nice things for people who will never find out. Seth Godin has a good, interesting one today. Charged by the word. Charged by the word. I wonder what that means. We'll find out once we read it. It's very short. In a hurried world with infinite content, it's worth considering that you're no longer paid by the word when you write. In fact, you should pay for every extra word you use. Be as brief as is useful. So that's kind of the thing that could be a Seth Godin maxim. Be as brief as useful. What's a maxim? It's a moral law, a moral rule. Be as brief as is useful. Right. Don't be briefer than useful, because then people don't know what you're talking about. Okay, Numbers 6:24-26. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Cool. Let's see if there's anything else in here. Whoever wants to be first must be slave to all, slave of all. That's the prayer, not the prayer, the thing for today. Okay, so should we talk about the theme of today? Review of week 4. Okay, let's review, week 3. Let's review week 3. Week 3 is called Outside My Skull-Sized Kingdom. The purpose of week 3 is to learn how to get other people to help you in your cause, in your crusade. Why? Because you can't be successful. You can't truly be successful if you don't have other people. What is success? Success equals function of money times meaning and purpose, where meaning is to act such that everything you do matters. And purpose is service to others. So money times the amount of important stuff you do to help others. So if you throw a lot of money at that, that's great. If you throw no money at it, you are not successful. So infinite money times 0 equals 0. A little bit of money times infinite meaning and purpose equals infinite success. Cool. Okay, what is money? Money is the ability to experience more. Or when I was in college in finance, that was a big thing. What is money? And the answer is money is what money does. And it takes a quarter to understand what that is. But once you understand it, life is very different once you really understand what money is. It's the ability to experience more. Well, let's say it this way, provides the ability to experience more. So think about going on a vacation. If you have a little bit of money, you get to experience that. If you have more money, you get to experience more. All righty then, let's get back to the subject. So week 3, getting other people. Why? Because I want to be successful. Right. So I have to have other people helping me. Well, how do I get people to want to help me? How do I get people to help me? And so we learned that the first thing to do, according to David Logan, is to get with a group of people who are interested in doing the things you want to do. It makes it a lot simpler. You know, if you want to talk about becoming a vegetarian, it's a lot simpler to hang out with, say, Seventh-day Adventists rather than guys that smoke brisket for a living, you know, or get people that go to barbecue competitions. Okay, so get with a group of people who has interests that are similar to yours. That's number 1. 2, find something to change. What do we need to say? You're with a group of people, now you need to change something. What do you want to change? Well, you want them to help you on your journey. Then you need to tell them a compelling story, which is why your plan is the best plan, why what you want to do is the best thing to do. And then the next one is lead them. No, sorry. The next one is connect the true believers and ignore the non-true believers. If they don't believe, just go to the next person. Dust off your sandals and go to the next town. Why? Because if you argue with them, you're probably not going to change their mind. But what might happen is other people around you that hear this might decide not to join you. Or maybe they'll convince you that their idea is right. So connect the true believers, ignore the non-true believers. And then the last step is to lead them. That's very important when it comes to all things where you want to change the status quo. So another way to look at it is if you want to change the status quo, if you want to change the way things currently are, tell a compelling story of why we need to change the status quo. And then see who's coming with me. Now, one of the things we learned from David Phillips was if you are bonded with people, if they bond with you and you ask them to do something, they're way more likely to do it than if you're not bonded. So David Phillips talks about how do you bond with people, and you tell them a different story, a story where you're focused on the neurotransmitters that are going to be released. So I wonder what Miss Trenkle would say about that one. Interesting. Okay, Maticus von Atticus, how is your weekend looking? Okay, next week is now that we have people that say, I will go with you. When? Right now. Okay, I will go with you. And they come with you. They're on your ship. Let's say they're on your ship. You boarded the ship. You're getting ready to leave. And the mission now is don't crash the ship. Don't let somebody mutiny and take over the ship. Stay on the voyage. Stay on the journey. Okay? Good. And let's see. It's kind of a short one today, but I've got to get ready for Choich. Next week is leadership. It's not, next, as I just said, it's about not crashing the boat, not going off course, not having a mutiny. It's about continuing on the journey because there will be ups and downs, highs and lows, ennui, boredom, fear, exhilaration. All of those things will occur. How do you manage going through that? And so with that, I'm going to say Avit Azain. What? I'm going to say hasta la vista, baby. Okay. Bye. Oops. Cut.